All right, YouTube, are we good? I think we're good for YouTube.
Hopefully, dude.
What's up, everybody?
I'm going to look on my phone real quick.
Yeah, I was going to do the same as well, but welcome in here. Yes, we are live. Welcome to episode number 108 of Burns and Berman.
Boom.
Burns said it when, right before the show started. This is our last week of shows until NFL football. We're here.
Bang, baby. Here. Finally, dude. This offseason, it's felt quick, but a fucking drag at the same time, dude. We have been here for forever, dude.
Yep. I mean, it's 7 months. It is 7 long months of off season, but
7 long months of just bullshit after bullshit, off season all year long, and now we're finally done. We're back to shows next week, dude. We get to make our first picks of the year.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, and we're going to have – God, that's going to be so weird having a Friday game, too, that week.
Yeah, it's true, in Sao Paulo.
Friday game. Well, we had one last year. We had a Friday game last year with Black Friday, but now I guess
two this year. We're really getting into the swing of things.
Yes, we are. But yeah, did you watch Florida State, Georgia Tech? I did.
I watched the first quarter, and then the Ravens preseason game was on. So, but I'm well aware of what happened.
I watched the game, Florida State, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech might have themselves a squad this year. Either that or
King.
Or DJ just fucking sucks. It's one of the two.
I don't know. But yeah, we have some massive NFL news to talk about.
Yeah, start it off right away. Go with it.
CeeDee Lamb, 4-year deal. He is now the second highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Well-deserved.
Yeah. Guy got himself a bag.
Yeah, he did.
An absolute bag and a half, man.
It's well-deserved. I mean, he is one of the best young receivers in the NFL. I mean, he's 24, 25 still. It's ridiculous. Yeah. He's 25.
Yeah, that's crazy how much money he got paid, dude.
Yep.
And he is such a deep. He deserved every cent.
Yep. Now, though, your quarterback is a free agent after this year, and your superstar on the defensive side of the ball is a free agent in 2025. So you still got 2 more contracts to take care of, however you want to take care of it. I assume Micah Parsons is just, you want to get that done. The Dak thing, I think we all agree is just a wait and see type of a thing where it just kind of depends on how he does. Harbaugh's press conference starting now. The Ravens, as they always do, will not make any cuts until like the 4 p.m. deadline. The Ravens make their cuts at 3:55 every year. We are always the 32nd team to make our cuts. And us and the Raiders, us and Vegas are the last 2 teams every single season.
Yeah. Dude, Ravens, I'm actually excited to see it from the insider's point when Hard Knocks comes out, being able to see like the process of it. That's going to be really cool.
This year with the Ravens, it's kind of weird where more so than any other year I can remember, there really isn't very much competition. We kind of, I mean, there's a couple spots here and there that are interesting, but there are way, way less position battles for us this year. So there really is, usually it's like, I cannot wait to see who we cut and who we don't. This year, there's only 2 or 3 names that are like, okay, I'm interested to see what happens, but we kind of know what our team is going to look like.
Yeah, that's honestly the feeling here too. There's a couple players to point out there, but it's just weird for the Bears right now because it's not like anybody looked like shit during preseason. Too many people shine. That's the problem. So now it's deciding, all right, who do you pick here? Because I'm guessing that
has been the Ravens thing for years because whenever we dominate the preseason.
And I'm guessing that once the Bears, cut some of their players, they are going to be picked up by other teams, like almost immediately.
Dayton Wade is the guy. That's the one player. Usually there's 4 or 5. This year there is one that I really, really like. Last year was Keaton Mitchell. Obviously, we know how that turned out, and hopefully he can just see more of him. once he
Yeah.
comes back, 'cause he's going to be out probably the first half or so of the year, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But Dayton Wade, our wide receiver, an undrafted rookie, has made the Ravens roster 19 of the last 20 years. We are the best, us and the Colts are the two best undrafted teams. Every single season, the Ravens have at least one undrafted player. I mean, guys in the past, Bart Scott was an undrafted guy. Justin Tucker was an undrafted guy. Michael Pierce, currently on the team, an undrafted guy. Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell last year. And
Yeah.
this year, I'm thinking that it could be Dayton Wade. Bo Braid, the safety out of Maryland, looks good. But yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Essentially, man, it's just I'm happy that's over, number one. I'm very happy that we're just done with this shit. It's over.
Yeah.
And number two, it's just gonna be weird seeing the roster cuts. The only person, as you were saying, how it's like one player really surprised you. The one person who really did to me was Austin Booker. I mean, every single person in
Yeah.
Bears media has been talking about him. And I just want him to stay on that wagon because if he does, man, like he's going to be a rotation guy this year. But dude, if he keeps it up, he could be a starter by the end of the year. I'm just saying he could be on the other side of that defensive line until a couple days ago when the Chicago Bears went out and got, as I've said it to you multiple times, I said it in videos multiple times, and every single Bears fan out there has that we need another edge rusher before the season begins. And we finally did.
Yeah.
Darrell Taylor out of the Seattle Seahawks. I'm fine with it. It was a six round pick, I think.
It was either 5 or 6. I forget.
Yeah, it was either 5 or 6. But still, regardless, it could be either one of them. I'm pretty happy with it just because I know that he decreased a little bit last year. He went from 9.5 sacks to 5.5. But he was also in a more rotational.
He took a step down last year.
He did. But at the same time, I don't care because even if he gets 5.5 sacks again, we're happy. That's a great pickup. That is exactly what we need. Somebody to get the attention off of Montez Sweat. And that's it right there.
Yeah. So here's an interesting question for the Ravens because last year we were pretty much the entire season the best team in football. Number 1 seed, had an AFC Championship game. And everyone's looking back on it and it was like, man, such a disappointing end. And it obviously stains it. And I feel the same way about 2019, where man, such a fun season, but you can't the way that it ended was so disappointing.
Yep.
And I was thinking about this the other day. In the Lamar Jackson era, we have now won 3 division titles. We've been to an AFC Championship game. We've won 3 playoff games. The only thing there is left to do is make a Super Bowl. It's the only thing that this version of the Ravens under Lamar Jackson hasn't done. They've won the division 3 times. They've now hosted an AFC Championship game. They've made a conference championship, obviously. They've won 3 playoff games. There is nothing else for the Ravens to do. But if you also look at it, there are teams in the AFC that are better than us, at least on paper. So I don't expect us to go to the Super Bowl, but anything less than that is just not good enough because that's where the level is. It's the same thing in Dallas, where it's just not that. I mean, Burns, if the Bears make the NFC Championship game, how amazing of a season is that?
Oh, it's a great season.
Year. You are one of the final 4 teams left standing.
Yeah, no, it's a great season.
So any Ravens fan who looks back and says last year was a disappointing season, come on. I mean, we were the best team in football for most of the year with the number 1 seed and having home AFC Championship game for the first time in franchise history.
Yeah.
But also anyone who says that it wasn't what it should have been is also right.
Yeah. I think that here's my perspective on this for you, right? When you're that good of a team that you guys are, you got to separate it into 2 things: the regular season and the postseason. Because your guys' regular season, you couldn't ask for anything better.
You were the best team in football.
You seriously cannot ask for anything better. And it was a great year. The playoffs, at the same time, it was still good. You look at just the playoffs, yes, it ended disappointingly. It sucks. Yeah. Disappointing playoff ends are terrible. They're the worst thing ever. But it was still a great fucking year. You went to the AFC Championship. You hosted it at home. You might have lost, but at the same time, you were there.
Yeah,
Would you rather have been in that AFC Championship game or not been there at all?
exactly.
Yeah, and I would take be there all day.
And
Now, would
that's
you
the thing.
rather?
If the Ravens lose the AFC Championship again, it's a different feeling.
Yeah, no, there it is. Here's my question to you. Ready? This is just in general in football, but let's say ready that AFC Championship game.
Mhm.
Would you rather lose the way it was or just get blown out from the beginning and just like the game's over, basically?
Well, I've
Or
experienced both.
this is more just a bite, like as you are as a person. Like, what would you rather have happen?
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't the AFC Championship game, but that Titans playoff game was that.
Where you just got blown out of the gates right away. It was over.
And they're very different levels of heartbreaking. Now, even though the feeling was the same, we were one round further last year compared to 19, so there was also that where we were so close to making the Super Bowl. But that game last year was worse because we played so poorly on offense and still only lost by 7 points.
Yep. Dude, for me, honestly, I think I got to go with just get blown out of the gates.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm in a big game like that because then you could just shit on your own team. You could get really mad then, but you can't get that mad if what's it called? You can't get that mad if they lose a close game in the playoffs like that. You can't. So you just sit there and you just cry instead. You get sad instead of angry.
I still can't believe that I didn't cry in that game because I've never been that upset after a game, but yet it was just like I don't even know because I'm like an emotional person too. Like I cry more than I cry more than you would think, but yet like that game, like I tried to figure out how to word that. It didn't sound right.
So random.
Because I don't. But like
Yeah, but
I was trying to
so
say like
random out of nowhere.
no, I know, and that sounded so much worse than it actually is. That's not even what I
It
meant.
did.
That's not how that
You
was supposed to
okay?
sound.
Is everything okay with you?
Yes, everything is fine. That's why this sounded wrong. That's not
Okay.
how I was supposed to sound.
Okay, just making sure my boy's good, man.
No, because that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant at all.
Wow. Guys, send Josh some love. Send Josh some
Yeah.
love. He needs it. Yeah. But no, I get what you're saying. The only time I ever cried after a football game was double doink. That was it. That was the only time. Nothing else. I never have besides that. Except, dude, I saw this one football movie back in the day. It's like never talked about. Did you ever see the movie When the Game Stands Tall?
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, dude, it came out like God. I was maybe 11 or 12. Sad football movie, but a good football movie. It's about the winningest high school team of all time. It's pretty good. Yeah, but I was talking with Josh a little bit before the show. Even though we don't have NFL football this week, we did have college football this Saturday, but we have the full slate week 1 of college football this weekend. So I got it right here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Week 1 of college football. Let's go through the slate with some marquee matchups.
Yeah,
so this was this past Saturday. Yeah, whatever. Florida State, Georgia Tech was kind of fun. But we start off on Thursday night. Look at how many
5
games.
p.m.
Look at how many games are on Thursday night.
Zoom in a little bit, by the way.
Okay.
There you go.
That good?
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many games are on Thursday
NC
night.
State is playing.
But the one matchup that I absolutely cannot wait for.
Yeah.
North Dakota State, Colorado.
Yeah.
Comment in chat.
I mean, everyone's rooting for the same team.
Yeah, I know, but give your score, like your legitimate score prediction, all biased aside, and who you think's going to win that game. I just want to get a feeling for this.
34-30 Colorado.
Okay, I'll take that. Will be as they are 9.5-point dogs, I think. Let me see what they are. Yeah, they're 9.5-point dogs. Let's see. God, nothing from chat yet. Nobody knows.
Yeah, chat's dry out here.
Yeah. Nobody knows the power.
Here we go.
Nobody knows the power that North Dakota State holds, man. That's all I really got to say. Nobody knows people have kind of started to talk about it, but nobody knows the true power behind North Dakota State. Maybe I just go to Illinois that night, man. It's not too far from me, and I could get tickets as low as $2
Wow.
to go and watch the Illini game. That's crazy.
Wow.
North Dakota, Minnesota. I mean, North Carolina, Minnesota. That should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there any other fun games on here? No, not really. But all right, let's keep moving. Now we go down to Friday. Friday, we only have a few games right here. I mean, we
Oklahoma
got
Temple. Stanford TCU.
yeah, Stanford TCU. That should be fun. Let's see. What's the line for that? TCU minus
Okay.
9.5. That's fine. Wisconsin, Western Michigan. Western Michigan
Oh, yeah,
always has some
Stanford
bite.
sucks. I forgot.
Yeah. Western Michigan always has a little bit of bite to them. Duke, love seeing the Blue Devils playing. Love my Michigan State.
No, we hate Duke.
Why?
I'm a Maryland fan. Maryland hates Duke. The rivalry is dead because we left the ACC, but Maryland and Duke have a massive rivalry. The problem is they don't play anymore.
Yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
the rivalry is kind of dead, but there is still, at least on our side, I don't think they care about us considering we don't play. It was in basketball, it was massive.
I love my Sparty, though. Love my Michigan State, man. Go green. Here we go. But then we move to the Saturday slate where this game right here at 11 a.m. is going to be a lot of fun.
I hate that it's at 11 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
That's so weird to me.
Clemson going into Georgia. What's the line? 13.5. Okay. Oh, it's at the Benz.
Oh, wow.
It's at the Benz. There you go. Clemson, Georgia. That's going to be a fun one. This is also going to be a fun one. Penn State going to West Virginia.
Yeah.
I know the line's only 8.5. Dude, $231 to get in the door there. Wow. That's crazy. But then the biggest game of them all is right here where my small FCS school goes into Iowa to play against the Hawkeyes. I thought I was going to go. I don't think I am anymore because I also am going to 2 Bears games in a row. So it's like the next 2 weekends, and that's just a lot. But I'll be watching. I will be watching Illinois State take on Iowa. And if they somehow upset them, which they won't, they're 24-point underdogs. But if they somehow did, I'd be really pissed that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Maryland, UConn.
Scrolling down, Maryland, UConn. UConn football's miserable. Yeah,
we're gonna kill them.
Jesus. 20-point favorites. Let's see. Nothing. South Dakota State, Oklahoma State. That's another fun one right there, man. South Dakota
Towson,
State.
Cincinnati.
South Dakota State, their
awful.
quarterback sat next to me in physics class in high school.
Nice.
And he's a beast. They've won 2 championships in a row.
Nice.
They're better. They're better than North Dakota State. And they are, Oklahoma State, 10-point favorites. That's going to be a fun game.
Towson's going to get destroyed.
Towson.
They are going to get
a line.
I don't care if it's 30. Take it.
Yeah. Oh,
Cincinnati.
Jesus.
I mean, Towson football.
Akron is dead, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay, this should be a fun game. Miami, Florida. That's a fun one. Let's see. Yeah, Miami's only minus 2.5. That should be fun. And let's see. We got that. Okay. All right. Make our way through the messy stuff. Miami, Ohio, and Northwestern. Okay. Nothing's piquing my eye yet, Josh. No. We're slowly making our way through. We're about to get to the night game, though. Alabama, Western Kentucky. Alabama's going to beat them by 1 million.
Try and get the one that we will be live for. I'll tell you about that when we get to it.
UT Martin, Kansas State. All right, we're at 6 o'clock. UNLV, Houston, maybe gives you something. Let's see. There it is. Notre Dame.
We will be live for this game. Live on Twitch.
Awesome.
A&M, Notre Dame on Twitch. Our first game of the season. Me and Michael will be live for on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure we're going to be on Twitch only.
Yes, dude, that place is going to be Kyle Field is going to be a madhouse that night. That's going to be a fun game. And then the rest of the slate is kind of, I mean, let's see, anything else? Nope. But then
Sunday, I believe we will be live for that as well.
Yeah, that's a marquee game right there. USC, LSU in Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's in Vegas. 6:30 Sunday Night Football, Labor Day weekend. That's a fun one. And then to wrap it up, Boston College versus number 10 Florida State. which I don't know if Florida State
They
is
got
still
something
going
to
to be
prove.
10. Yeah, but that's the college football spread week 1. Not bad. I wish that there were a couple more games on Sunday and Monday since it is Labor Day weekend, and the NFL is not playing. But we'll still take it because then this means that we go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then no football Tuesday, Wednesday.
Notre Dame's supposed to win.
No, they're actually dogs. Notre Dame they are dogs in this game.
Are they?
Yes, they are dogs. Hold on.
You scrolled past it.
Dude. Shit, I can't see.
They're number 7 in the country.
Texas A&M -3. Notre Dame's are dogs, man. Home field advantage, dude. It's nuts, especially at Kyle Field. That's the weirdest thing. That's the weirdest thing about betting college football versus NFL is that the environment's actually home field advantage is the biggest thing ever. It is. And in football, it somewhat matters. I mean, in NFL, it does matter, but not even close to as much.
Right.
Not even close. Except at a couple certain places in the league, it matters. Like, what places would you say have like a college environment to it in the NFL?
Arrowhead.
Yeah, that's the first one that I think of. Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Seattle.
Like, we're talking rowdy crowds. Yeah, Philly sometimes. Philly.
The NFL playoffs pretty much everywhere that has a good fan
NFL
base.
Playoffs everywhere.
If you have a good fan base and you're in the playoffs, I'll just say you.
Yeah, but
we don't even need to go through it. If you have a home playoff and you have a good fan base, you're in that category.
Yeah, but time in and time out, it's
same thing with home primetime games.
Yeah, home primetime if you're good, if you're contending. If you're even like 50-50. Because, dude, like when the Bears played the Panthers at home on Thursday Night Football.
I have never seen a stadium in the preseason as packed as Lambeau Field was. Lambeau Field was sold out.
What else is there to do in northern Wisconsin, Joshua? What else is there to do?
Lambeau Field it was a preseason game. Every stadium in the NFL was half filled. Lambeau was sold out.
Yeah. You know why? Because, dude, it's the only time that people can get tickets for relatively cheap.
The Ravens do a weird thing. Like, they give away half their tickets to, like, away fans. So, like, there's not even that many tickets available for preseason games for non-season ticket holders.
Yeah.
Which is why our stadium is so empty in the preseason.
Yeah. Preseason is
my God. RFK Stadium is one of the biggest home field advantages in NFL history. People don't know about this. In the 80s and 90s, the bleachers used to shake. They were bleachers. They used to go up and down, up and down.
That's nuts, bro.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Oh, man. But, yeah, I'm excited for college football this weekend. A lot of just sitting on the couch watching all of those games, especially who do you want to win that game? Notre Dame? Because I know your college affiliation that you like Maryland.
Yes, Maryland.
But you're not like crazy into it. You
No.
see,
I want a good game. I just want a good game. I really don't have a significant rooting interest in college sports. Maryland is always my team, but it's not like my one team is the Ravens. Because even the Orioles, like, I'm not a huge baseball fan. So I'm not going to pretend to be this massive O's fan. Of course, I'm an O's fan, but it's not like my team is just the Ravens.
Okay. You see, for me, I grew up a Michigan State fan.
Yeah.
I love Michigan State. I like Illinois State. But overall, I'm a Big Ten fan. I'm a Big Ten fan besides Ohio State and Michigan. I just stay out of it. I fucking hate both of them. They're both scumbags, and they suck. So I hate Michigan. That's literally one of the main reasons why I was a Michigan State fan is because I hated Michigan so much.
Fair enough.
I think they're the worst fan base in all of sports.
Yeah,
and that gets so many. Yes, I cannot stand them. And oh my God, when them winning a national championship, I wanted to kill myself. I was so pissed.
I rooted for them though because they had Harbaugh, but now that Harbaugh's gone, I don't care.
Oh, and Harbaugh was the cherry on top. I would have loved him if he was the Bears coach, but I hate him. I hate him that he's. I hate
love the Harbaughs.
God, but yeah, no, I was a big Michigan State guy, but I mean, once I actually went to college at a different school that's not Michigan State, it's like, whatever, it's like, okay. But I'll still support Michigan State. I actually, The only college football game I've ever been to besides one of my own schools, I saw Maryland play at Illinois.
Really?
Yes. And I went to Notre Dame to see Michigan State play.
Yeah,
Speaking
I
of
want the
Maryland.
one thing I really wanted because it's not even that far. I want to see a Penn State whiteout game because it's
Yeah,
not
no,
far.
you should go. That's like right by you.
Yeah,
You should go 100%. That would be
I
nuts.
have never been to a college football game other than Towson's last year, which is, I mean, I don't even count that.
That's glorified. What we call Illinois State football.
Division 1.5.
It's
That's what
glorified.
that's what I call it.
We say glorified high school football.
Yeah.
Because that's what it really is. But no, you should definitely go to a Penn State whiteout game, dude.
Yeah, I want to.
The craziest thing to me though, when talking about college football is like, dude, if me and you each where we currently live right now, if we each lived 7 hours south driving, college football Saturdays would be our NFL Sundays.
Yes.
Isn't that so weird?
Yes.
That
It's
like,
so
dude,
weird.
I saw a whole thread about it on Twitter of people saying that college football is better than NFL, and they're like, yeah, it just feels like a downgrade watching NFL football the next morning.
Because the SEC country,
Yep.
Bama. Here's something. I don't know if you know this. In the 70s, I believe, maybe it was the early 80s, the Minnesota Vikings were going to move to
Mhm.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons why is just gauging fan interest. They would be number 2 behind Bama.
Yeah.
Like if they moved to Alabama, which they almost did, like the Vikings really were going through the process to move to Birmingham, and they didn't because they realized that they would be the number 2 team.
Yep. They would not be the number 1 team in that city.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, dude, where there's college football, you're not the number 1 team there.
Right.
You're not in the South, which is so crazy, dude. But these people go fucking bananas over college football.
The only city that has really embraced their NFL team, Saints.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
LSU.
Yeah. And that was, dude, 99% of it. I give almost all the credit.
And then the Dolphins. Also,
Yeah.
they're not in the SEC anyway. Miami.
But Miami's a way bigger city than that, where it's not like it's not a college town, you know.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, neither is New Orleans.
But still, I mean, Baton Rouge is right by it.
Yeah.
But Miami is.
I will always root for Miami.
Nice.
Always.
I want to go to Miami one time. Miami
I will
just
always root for the U. Got Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. Both of them.
Yeah. Devin Hester, he was a Miami Hurricane.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Miami
Yes.
Hurricane. That's so
Yeah.
weird. You like actually like played college football.
Yes.
That is weird.
Yeah.
But
Let's see. Who is one NFL team? Here's I just popped my head now. NFL bucket list. What stadiums would you put at the top of your bucket list that you haven't been to that you really would want to go watch a game?
That I haven't been to, so I'm not counting Lambeau. That's the only other one that I've been to.
That's the only one you've been to? The only one I've been to is the Superdome.
Okay. So for me, and I don't know how, I just haven't been able to make the trip there yet. But US Bank, I really want to go to Minnesota and see.
That's such a cool stadium.
It looks so cool. It looks so
Them in Atlanta have very good stadiums.
Yeah, and I'm really pissed off because US Bank Stadium looks so creative.
Yeah.
And
as long as you're not a bird, it's an amazing stadium.
Yeah, and with the Bears' new stadium design, obviously Kevin Warren was the Vikings vice president in charge of that stadium. The Bears stadium looks like a copy of Allegiant. It looks like an exact copy. That's what it literally is.
That's
it's
not a bad thing, though.
No, it's not a bad thing, but it's like, let's get creative a little bit here.
Yeah.
They should make it like a big
like
cave.
SoFi is the Rams logo.
SoFi's pretty cool.
But SoFi is the Rams logo. If you zoom out, like from
Yep.
That is the best stadium in the world.
Oh yeah, no, that's like on my bucket list. I was gonna get to there too. SoFi,
a $6 billion stadium.
Yeah, I've been outside of Allegiant. I haven't gone inside. Of Allegiant. Because it also costs you like a kidney to get inside of Allegiant.
Yeah. They're the most expensive team in the league.
Yep.
To go to.
Well, yeah, it's Vegas. It's Vegas.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. Where else would be like a bucket list for me?
Arrowhead,
Arrowhead. Um,
Seattle.
I got a little bit of interest going to Seattle. Seattle's got to be competitive. They got to be good
Yeah.
for me to go there. And because I want to hear that place get loud like
Yeah.
it was the Legion of Boom days. They have to be good before I go to Seattle.
There is so much nostalgia in those early 2010 Seahawks.
So much. Them, dude, they're like mini rivalry with them and the Cam Newton Panthers. Oh my God.
Yep. Well, those were the two.
Oh, dude.
Those teams were so fun.
Dude, I remember like posting on, dude, I deleted them all off my Instagram when I was younger, and I'm pissed that I didn't archive them. That I could go back and look at like all my old Instagram posts. But I used to just post pictures of Cam Newton, no context, and like
I
the
love Cam.
Legion of Boom, Richard Sherman. I loved Richard Sherman, dude.
Marshawn.
Yeah, so much fun. Such a fun team. Back when Russ wasn't like the Broncos country let's ride guy, but yeah,
That was a Steeler.
I'm a great quarterback. Yeah, now he's a Steeler. But what other? Oh, how the fuck did I not say this before? AT&T. I gotta go, Jerry.
Oh,
World.
yeah.
Gotta go to Jerry's World, man.
There is one away game that I very possibly could go to this year.
And that is
Ravens Bucks in Tampa.
Ooh.
Monday Night Football.
What time of year is it?
It is middle year. It's the end of October. I have a ton of friends. I don't understand this. It's such a small school. There are a ton of people that I know that go to the University of Tampa. Not a big school at all. For whatever reason, there are a lot of kids from around here that I know that went to the University of Tampa.
I actually
from
know
different social circles too. It's not just like a bunch of my friends went. It's like
I actually know like two people
groups.
who go there too. I know like
Yeah.
2 people who go there. Dude, it's starting, that school in specific is starting to grow because everybody
Huge.
wants to move down there.
Yeah, but I would have a place to stay.
Nice.
And go and see the pirate ship.
Yeah.
There are so many Ravens fans in South, and well, that's not South Florida, but
hang out on the fucking beach for the weekend in October.
Yeah,
that's not bad, dude. Go. You should go.
I want to. It's a question of whether or not it would be possible. If it's possible, I am going.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a win.
The Ravens have so many fans in Florida because of Lamar. Lamar has done.
More locals just moved down there, dude.
Lamar has done more for the Ravens fan base than Ray Lewis did in terms of growing the fan base. There are more Ravens fans now than ever before because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, 100%.
It is very interesting, just because the Ravens are not a team that you used to see people not from Baltimore be fans of. Because of Lamar, that has changed.
Where is like, what are the states or like areas that after people retire in like Baltimore, where do they move to?
Oh, it's Florida.
Florida? Okay. Because Chicago, for some reason, it is Florida. Over the past couple of years, it started to be Tennessee a little bit. But the biggest place that a lot of people move after living in Chicago is Arizona.
I've heard that. That's not here. That's so far.
Whenever the Bears play the Cardinals in Arizona, there is a lot of Bears fans in that stadium. A lot. And it's just mayhem in there because Cubs built mini Wrigley Field there for training camp.
Right.
And it's interesting, but no, that's where I thought they were going with like that the Ravens are going to have a lot of fans in Florida was because of that. Because I bet you could look up when you're down in Tampa.
That's true too.
When you're down in Tampa, if you look up Chicago Bears bars, there will be some in Tampa. There will be some in Jacksonville, Orlando. There will be some in Miami. It's so weird, but that's just the way it is. It's awesome, man. But speaking of away games, this is 100% official. I've talked about it with you, I think, week 2. I am 100% going to Houston now.
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't tell me it was 100%, but.
Yes, 100%. I booked my flights going to Houston. Going to also a University of Texas football game on Saturday.
Ooh.
They play, I think, UTSA. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, here, wait. Let me just double check. Is that week 3? Let's see. Where is it?
Well, it's week 2 of NFL. Yeah, it'd be week 3 college.
Yep. UTSA at number 4, Texas.
Nice. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe they get beat, but I don't know. I got free room, free tickets. I'm enjoying myself, man. You should go to
But
Ford Field at some point, bro. I actually wanted to go to Ford Field this year, but of course it's the fucking Thanksgiving game, and I'm not missing Thanksgiving with my family.
right.
I love that it's on Thanksgiving because I love watching it, especially that it's the early game. Because
Right.
then watch the Bears game right after it's over. Then it's dinner time. It's perfect. It lines up so perfectly. But yeah,
We got robbed of a Thanksgiving game because of COVID. We were supposed to play the Steelers on Thanksgiving, and instead it got moved to a Wednesday afternoon.
probably one of my favorite football games over the past 5 years.
The fact that they couldn't do Wednesday night and did Wednesday afternoon because of the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting, that they refused to move to a different time. And they were like, nope, you're going to play this game at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday because
Yeah,
we
and it
have to
was
keep
cool.
prime time to Christmas tree lighting.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Trace McSorley, by the way, who balled out last night for Washington.
Yeah.
I was watching that game, them in New England. Trace McSorley was like playing really well.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Throw it on a dime. Like I ain't even trying.
Apparently grew up a Commanders fan.
Briarwoods. He's wearing number 9. I miss that meme. But yeah, Joshua Block, you got anything else important to bring up that's urging you right now?
The Patriots quarterback battle.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Start Brissett, and then Drake May comes in after a couple weeks if it goes downhill.
That O-line is awful.
How long do you think it's going to take, though?
He's not someone something I want to wait, but I also want him to get in this year.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears game against them week 10 that we see the first against.
No, I'm thinking before that with him.
Okay. I'd say a couple.
Like around then. I'm thinking around week 5. I don't know who they.
I don't hate it. I could see him. I could totally see them sticking with Brissett till like weeks 8 to 10, and then the fans start getting to get really pissed off, and then finally they're like, "Okay, go on."
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Playing good defenses to start. Oh, yeah. Wow. Jacksonville might be, which in London against. No, you can't do that. You're not going to give them a London game as your first start. And then rather that's the Jets. No. So it'll be the Titans. So that'd be week 9.
Yeah, week 9. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the first game.
I could see that.
That's going to be really interesting, dude. The Patriots might be like, they're going to be very bad.
I gave them a 6-11 record, and all the Patriots fans are like, that's too generous. And looking back on it,
yeah, that seems way too generous, Joshua. I would have given them 4.
Yeah. Now that was before the Judon trade, and I did not realize Christian Barmore is out for as long as he is. But still.
But yeah, man. I'm pumped. We have 2 other shows this week, Wednesday and Friday, guys. And Friday is when we're really counting down. Friday, we're going to be 6 days away from the first game of the year.
Let's go.
Which is going to be very fun. I am so excited, man.
This is going to be a fun season.
I can't wait for NFL football to be
This
back.
is a very fun season this year.
Yes, this is.
League-wide.
This should be a very fun season with tons of hype. So thank you all so much for joining Birds of Berman today. We really do appreciate it. I got nothing else to add to the table. I don't think that Joshua does. But thank you guys so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys Wednesday, 2 p.m. Central. Be here. Bear down. Goodbye.